Hi, I'm Dr. Carol Olson, and I'm Dean at the Missional College at Missional University. Thank you so much for taking the time to find out more about our college. Let me tell you some of the things that I think are really important. At the Missional College, we are constantly striving to see the world through God's eyes, to feel the needs that the world feels, and to serve from all points on the globe to all points on the globe. There are some unique things about this college that I would love to share with you. So here, let me explain. First and foremost, we want God's perspective in everything that we do. That's why in every course, we study the Bible and look at Christian principles, seeing how they apply to the subject. With every major, every certificate or degree program, there's a foundation of courses in Bible and theology. We don't compartmentalize our faith or try to put Bible patches on secular concepts. We live out our Christian faith in our fields, and we teach students to do the same. Here's an example. If you look at the courses in anthropology of religion, you'll realize that anthropology is offered in a lot of colleges and universities, even the good Christian schools. But at the Missional College, we look at what God sees. We're looking for that and what He wants us to see. In the course that focuses on Islamic faith, for example, students will study the points of convergence and contrast in Muslim and Christian conceptualizations of God, sin, human nature, and Jesus, so that they have a working knowledge to serve among people of Muslim cultural and religious backgrounds. With a degree from the Missional College in anthropology of religion, our graduates can serve in many roles, including community development workers, refugee aid coordinators, and many other fields. Our second goal is to feel the needs that the world feels. I could study the Bible for hours on end, for days at a time. I love to immerse myself in God's love letter to humanity. The Bible stories and teachings give me hope and direction in life. But I live in a lost and fallen world. There are people next door and across the world who need hope and help. The kind of hope and help that is only found in Jesus Christ. So we take all of that study of the Bible and Christian principles and see where people need hope, where they feel the need for help. In diaspora studies, professors who have lived with and ministered to refugees and immigrants guide students to see the spiritual side of global movements, as well as to help students to understand the very real physical and emotional needs of people whose whole world has shifted under their feet. In legal and medical translating, students learn to come alongside people who are struggling to understand unfamiliar, sometimes scary events in their lives. They'll learn how to build bridges of trust and communication with people who may feel like their lives are spinning out of control. Missionals graduates will be serving as court translators, refugee coordinators, immigration representatives, translators in medical settings, ESL teachers and directors, academic advisors to international students, and so much more. But missional students don't have to get on a plane anymore to reach people from other cultures. Their goal may be crossing cultural boundaries, finding intercultural points of commonality, or establishing a multicultural ministry. The first mosque I ever saw was in Sarajevo when I arrived as a missionary. Now there's one not far from where I live. I studied Mandarin for a mission trip to China, but today I can chat with newly arrived immigrants from China just down the road. There's a Hindu place of worship right around the corner from where I shop, and I frequently meet new neighbors from Iran, Pakistan, Iraq, India, and so many other locations. And I live in a typical suburb. But if missional students do travel to live and work in a culture that's new to them, Missional's Department of Missions has courses to prepare them for the spiritual and on-site challenges that they'll face. They'll learn strategizing and bridge building and how to recognize God's hand at work. Whether it's an urban center or a rural outpost, they'll have the tools. The third great thing about the Missional College that I want to share with you is that we can extend from every point on the globe to every point on the globe. That's second nature to us at the Missional College. From day one, we've had faculty members living and serving all over the world. They were either born there or they were called there. And they bring an international perspective, training from internationally known educational institutions, and experience in all those different cultures. It's common for me to be in touch with faculty members in France, Sweden, China, Africa, Asia, anywhere really. Students at Missional can study Africa's history and the apartheid movement from professors who have lived it, Ireland's religious conflict from profs who have seen it firsthand, Latino studies from professors who have experience in not one culture, but the many different cultures spread across Europe and the Americas. We expect to find missional students and graduates in ethnic and reconciliation studies serving as human rights officers, public relations specialists, and mediators, just to name a few of the opportunities that they'll have. And because Missional University is entirely internet-based, our students can study from anywhere they can connect on the planet. That means that class interaction can bring an intercultural and international mix as well. In a class offered by the Department of World Religions, for example, there could be students engaging those religious groups from a variety of perspectives, or upper-level courses that focus on specific regions. In any given class, we might have a student who is engaging Muslims in Europe, another living in Asia, and someone else reaching out to Muslim refugees in an inner city in the United States. If you have neighbors or co-workers who are Buddhist, it may mean that you are in India or Tibet. But if you're in a Western country, you'll find that their religious beliefs may have been influenced by the Western culture. And we have a course for that. When you think of a degree in world religions, you probably think missionary. But did you realize that the Missional College's graduates can also serve as marketplace ministry workers and directors of agencies in the marketplace, and as grant writers? A lot of doors open with that degree. Thanks for taking the time to find out more about the Missional College at Missional University. If you'd like more information or you have questions, be sure to get a hold of us. We're online, available by phone, and there might be an event that's happening near you. Thanks.